All right.
Pizza is Bond.
Pizza is Bond. Album number 6.
Shit. So album number 6, this is, if we were Van Halen, then that would be 1984. We're at the 1984 phase of the podcast.
We are the Eagles' greatest hits stage. We don't even really have that many albums or that many hits. We're just repackaging it.
All right. Yeah. Cool. We remastered it and slapped a sticker on it, and there we go.
And yeah, on this episode, we got an intro.
Cool. It's in there?
It's gonna be.
Awesome. Cool. I hope it goes over well.
Oh, it's gonna be a hit. People
Nice.
People are gonna love it.
They better. A lot of hard work went into that one.
Yeah. No, I listened to it and I'm like, ooh, that's pretty good. We're going pro.
Yeah, man. Ooh. Yeah, shit. So I'm sick. I don't have COVID. Worked last night until 5 a.m.
Ouch.
Yeah. Got up at 9 to walk my fucking dog. So yeah, I'm in a mood.
All right.
Got my ass
Well,
kicked.
hey, we'll keep it short for a quick 40 Friday.
All right.
Quick 40-minute Friday. A little fish fry Friday. A little Groundhog Day. A little... I checked to see what's trending on Twitter. And Bandcamp Friday is trending.
Philip Seymour Hoffman?
No clue.
Oh, he died 10 years ago today.
And who is that?
Only one of the best actors ever. Really?
Was he in that one movie where Big Lebowski? Seymour?
He wasn't. Yes, he was in the Big Lebowski.
Is he the one who his girlfriend was the girl who cut off her pinky toe?
No, he's the Big Lebowski's assistant, Brant. That did not occur to us, dude. He's that guy.
Oh.
He's Scotty J in Boogie Nights, you know. I'm a fucking idiot. Fucking idiot. Really? Won an Oscar for Capote 10 years ago, died of a heroin overdose.
Oh, yeah. No clue.
That's kind of awesome.
Yeah. And Bandcamp Friday and what else? Yeah, Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
And it looks like he did not see his shadow in these parts. And it looks like we're going to get blessed with another, at least the foreseeable future. The 14-day outcast is mid-40s to, we're going to high-five a couple 50-degree days.
Wait a minute. He didn't see a shadow?
Did not. It is dreary.
Wait. I thought it was if he sees his shadow, then that means it's more winter.
I have no clue. I just know the 14-day forecast is like mid-40s. Like winter, we didn't get a winter this year.
Yeah, this winter has been like we've had two. I want to say 2.5 snows, and right now, like it rained last night, so like there's like barely any snow on the ground right now.
Only 2 more sleeps.
Yeah, it's already fucking February.
You guys get snow though every now and then, huh? Like you guys, like Vermont, Boston, you guys can get fucking like 4 or 5 feet.
Oh yeah, for sure. We haven't had a rager, I feel like, in a while. Like we had a rager last March, but it was over pretty quick.
How many inches did you get?
That one, that's measured in feet. That one I think was like 2.5 feet, something like that.
Holy shit. Yeah, in these parts, Minnesota, Wisconsin, like we might get, I think Milwaukee area got like 14 inches or something like that a few weeks ago. But other than that, like we just get like little dumpers, 2, 3, like we don't, it's the last few years has just been weak sauce in the snowman making ability department.
You ever get we used to get like at least once a year we'd get a snow that was like where when it got plowed it would be like 6 foot high like walls, you know, and then they'd plow the sidewalk so it felt like you were kind of walking through a maze.
Yeah, we don't get that.
Yeah, We haven't gotten one of those in a while, I guess,
Really?
where they used to be pretty regular. I guess it's part of the, the old global warming thing. But
Yeah, who knows? I know the last 10 years or whatever, it's like if we have snow for Christmas, we're pretty lucky, you know?
yeah. We didn't get snow for Christmas this year.
Yeah.
And I don't give a fuck. I don't know. Does Christmas even matter anymore? I guess you got a family, so it does.
Yeah, it matters big time, but this year I was kind of very disappointed. I felt like the Christmas spirit, I don't know if it was the weather or what it was, but it was like, all I remember is like 2-3 days, like the weekend heading into Christmas, like nobody was saying Merry Christmas. Nobody was saying any of that.
Oh.
It was a complete lack of Christmas cheer.
Huh.
It felt like I was in Florida. It was just horrible. Like nobody cared about anything that was awesome, you know?
Yeah. Wow.
I don't know. I was in Florida one time over Christmas and it was miserable.
Yeah. Wow. I was too once, but it was working for fish, so yeah, I didn't really notice anything about Christmas going on.
Speaking of fish, like Fish Fry Friday, do you guys have Fish Fry Fridays out there?
I'm gonna say no.
Oh man, really?
I wish we did. That sounds great.
Deep fried fish with French fries and tartar sauce.
Oh man.
And a baked potato or French fries. And do you guys have old fashions?
Yeah.
Well, we invented them. You're welcome.
Thanks. Yeah, they're fun to make.
Yeah.
Not. They're not fucking fun. They're fucking annoying.
They are laborious, ain't they?
Gotta fucking muddle shit.
Yeah, muddle up my mind.
Fucking drag. Yeah. Wow. I wish I think I'm gonna go out and try and find some deep fried fish because, well, I mean, my days are numbered kind of as far as eating what I want. Like I went to the doctor yesterday and basically they just said like your cholesterol's high, your blood pressure's high. We're gonna have to give you some meds and you're gonna have to change your diet. So
fuck that, dude. I would shelf it for like another 5 years. I'm serious. Like, yeah. Well, as long as you're kind of working out, I wouldn't fucking.
Yeah.
I like.
I don't know. She kept saying like over and over again, like, and you're 50, and like, fuck, I also because I'm 50, I got the big C's coming, not the cancer, the colonoscopy.
Colonoscopies. That's what I used to say to my dad when he had to go get them.
I bet he loved that.
Yeah, well,
no,
but he didn't have a choice in the matter. It was just, colonoscopies.
I'd laugh at that.
What is I see Bandcamp Friday. What is Bandcamp? Is that like?
You don't know what Bandcamp is?
Well,
all right, I'll explain it. It's cool.
What is it exactly? Like, it's an app that lines up bands to tickets through an app. Like, every time I logged into it, like buy tickets through Bandcamp, it's kind of like that Quoria or whatever website where like you have to like register, and it's like I'm not doing it.
Yeah. Bandcamp it's a website where that's where all the like A. Johnson project and all my musical stuff. It's where everybody's musical stuff goes. Like you could record something right now and start an account on Bandcamp and just put it up, and people.
So it's almost like a MySpace or whatever, an extension of MySpace, like maybe what MySpace was originally meant for.
Yeah, actually,
wasn't MySpace originally meant for
music?
Music until the pedophiles came in.
I think it started, and then the pedophiles came in, and then they switched to music, if I remember correctly. But Bandcamp, I mean, it's like you put albums up. They sell music. It's where people can sell music. So on Bandcamp Friday, it's the day that they don't take a fee. So like all the artists get all the money, and
Ooh.
So that's the time to go support your favorite artists. So if you want to go support, the A. Johnson project, today's the day.
Huh. And who's that? A. Johnson?
A. Johnson? But You?
I don't know.
Wow.
But I see Daft Punk is number 16. The Strokes is 20 on Twitter. Like I'm very surprised to see all this music on there. Usually it's like Trump or like, blah blah blah, or like just stuff that, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, 20 is the Strokes, 21 the Killers, 23 Modest Mouse, 25 Arctic Monkeys, and then Vampire Weekend.
What the fuck? What is we? It's just like 2006.
I know. I was very surprised to see all these bands on there, like trending on Twitter.
Twending on Twitter. It's not even Twitter anymore. It's not.
And then I saw Lee Scratch Perry's. His very last album that he was working on is released today. King Perry. So.
Well, he's dead.
Well, it was the last one that he was working on.
All right. Cool.
You ever seen him live? He is like
no,
this 4-foot like Jamaican man who fucking jungle.
No, I know who he is.
There, like the last couple times I saw him, he literally 1, 2, 3s and ABCs while he's puffing on a joint the size of a fucking potato. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just a beautiful thing. I mean, he was right there with Bob Marley and like all those, like he is like the originator of dub. Yeah. You know what I mean? Of like techno EDM almost. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I know who he is.
Holy shit. I love Lee Scratch Perry's. Yeah, it's because of the Beastie Boys is why. Because I'm like Lee Perry and I'm very on rock the microphone and then I'm gone.
Yeah. Yeah, he's Lee Perry.
Jungle.
I guess I haven't seen him. I saw Sun Ra. I think that's what I'm going with Sun Ra.
Huh. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You don't know nothing, boy.
This is a takeover. Fuck, I don't know. Again, yeah.
So Bandcamp Friday. So today's a day to support your favorite bands.
Yes, on Bandcamp. It's although I mean it's more for like small artists, like hearing about like the Stroke. People are like, oh boy, let's donate our money to the Strokes. Like, all right. I think they're fine, but
are they?
I don't know. Jesus,
I bet you the lead singer, whatever, would beg to differ.
I don't know. I'm sure they're all fine.
I mean, I think a lot of them don't have half as much money as people think they do. Or at least I always have empathy of that direction. Like,
I mean, I think they were already rich when they started the band.
No, it all disappeared. It went to taxes and fucking who knows?
No, I mean the
roadies,
like family rich, like they come from rich families.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
like Mike D, Beastie Boy rich.
No, maybe I don't know. Like Albert Hammond Jr. I mean, his father's Albert Hammond. He's already.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah. Damn. Do you know who Albert Hammond is?
No clue.
fucking lied to me.
What did he do?
He did. It always rain. It never rains in California.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah.
And that's the Strokes.
His son. Yeah, his son is in the Strokes. He's a guitar player with the afro.
I always like to name drop the Smiths.
Why? Why do you?
I don't know why. Like it's like if you're a DJ. You're and you're in front of a club or whatever, and you got a hipster crowd. Like, if at one point you don't drop the Smiths album or a song or something, you just got to throw them in there. Like, I've never even listened to them. I just like mentioning the Smiths because then you just got to check that box of knowledge.
Man, all right, the Smiths.
Are you into the Smiths?
I am. They're kind of like they were like one of the first bands I got into when I got out of my metal phase when I was 15, and then I definitely got out of them. I was like, oh my god, they're fucking sensitive and terrible. Fuck them.
They're emo. Like, yeah, you thought they're
Yeah, I thought they were kind of like ridiculous. But now I listen to them, and the music's really good, but also the lyrics are fucking hilarious, and I'm pretty sure intentionally so. You can't write a song.
Where are they originally from? Are they England or New York or?
They're from England. They're from Manchester.
Oh, I mean, I really legitimately have no fucking clue.
You know Morrissey. You know who Morrissey is, right?
No, I don't.
Wow.
I could wow you with band names you have no clue. There's too many bands out there to pull the wild card of you don't know who that is.
Yeah, but it's the Smiths.
Do you know E40?
Yeah.
All right, then you're a better man than I am.
No, I'm not. But
what about Spice One?
No, I admire you.
You know Spice One, the Giggada gangster.
I seen the name. I don't know.
Oh man, Spice One and Tupac were best friends.
Oh yeah, okay, that's Spice One. Sorry. Oh, I thought you were talking about Ice Spice.
Oh man.
Yeah, I don't know. Hip hop is it's hard to navigate these days.
Well, music in general is hard to. We're just too old for that shit.
Yeah, but I mean, hip hop is just like a lot of it's just not even hip hop, and now it's just
talk it, like it, walk it, talk it.
Yeah, it's a bunch of shit.
It's just not your shit.
Oh, I don't know, man. It's fucking mumbling motherfuckers. Like
Travis Scott just did a show in Orlando and brought out Kanye West,
and
the crowd went absolutely fucking bonkers.
Well, good for them.
Travis Scott is kind of like the modern day Rage Against the Machine, and you're just gonna on that one. But I'm telling you,
he sucks, dude. Travis Scott.
Who?
Come on.
Who does?
Travis Scott. He sucks.
It's not for you though. I mean, it's not. You're like the uncle who grew up on like fucking Ted Nugent, and then along came Prince, and then you said, "Nah, that boy is queer." You know what I mean? It's just not your generation of music, so you have nothing to it. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, I dug Kanye until he stopped taking his meds, I guess. No, Travis Scott seems like
he is. It's you kind of have to look the other way. I mean, it's kind of a little bit of a Sinead O'Connor. Like it's just like, ugh, Jesus, you can't even hold it against him. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Well, that's what's up with the Smiths now. It's like Morrissey now he has all these kind of like right wing views, and now people don't want to They're like, well, I got to listen to the Smiths and try and put that shit behind me.
Well, if he put out right wing music, that's not a bad niche. You'd have, because they listen to that shit. Just all they got to do is just be blessed by the by the people above him, and he'd have try that on a fucking podcast. You know what I mean? Like next thing you know, it's the biggest hit ever.
Yeah.
Or try that in a small town.
Fuck.
Try that on a podcast with 10 listeners.
Jesus Christ.
Nice.
Tell you what there, Laker. You come on down here and we see you try and pull that shit over here in Shit Kicker Town. You know what I'm talking about?
Try that in a small town. That was an anthem.
Yeah, it's an anthem, all right. You know, that motherfucker ain't even from a small town.
Where, Jelly Roll? Or who made that song?
Fucking Jason Aldefucker or what the fuck his name is. I don't know.
Jason Aldean?
Is that who he is? Jason Aldean?
I don't know.
I don't give a shit.
I don't know about those small town motherfuckers.
That's one of those things where he's not from a small town, but he writes songs about being from a fucking small town because that's where the fucking money's at, and he can dupe people from the small town into having their anthem. And I don't know, like Sheryl Crow has songs about fucking working hard jobs and shit like that. It's like, no, you've never worked a hard job. Sorry, your hard job was singing backup for Michael Jackson.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
Sheryl Crow sang backup for Michael motherfucking Jackson.
Yeah, on the Bad Tour.
Whoa.
Look it up.
Huh.
Like she duetted with him.
Oh, hey, you know when I said that somebody was pushing around Nardwuar?
Uh-huh.
I did a fact check, and it was Sonic Youth.
Oh yeah. Oh, well then
Yeah.
they were fucking with him then.
Yeah. Yep. It wasn't Black Flag, all those other guys. It was Sonic Youth, who is mean to Nardwuar.
Huh? I don't remember them being that mean, but I'll look it up again when we're done.
Yeah, I did because it kind of bugged me, and I was like, God, who was that? You know?
Huh?
But yeah.
I was
So for Bandcamp Friday, what's the last few albums that you've bought that you're still excited about from like music that you actually like? Who's still carrying the torch?
Huh? Fuck. Good question. I don't know. I buy older music usually. What's the last?
Right? We're kind of stuck in our ways, huh?
Yeah. Like what's the last? Like, there's this band called the Gilla Band, but yeah, didn't really do much for me.
Do you even try to like check out new music?
Oh yeah, I do. I'm just coming to a blank right now.
Because I know for new music for me, like what I do is I get on YouTube and I click the trending button, and it's like, I mean, it's all rap, K-pop, and Latin, but you just get to see like what people are digging these days, and it's kind of fun. You know what I mean? Like that Peso Pluma. I don't know. He's pretty good. Like you find a couple of them that you know you kind of see why you can see how all the kids could really fucking love it. You know what I mean? Or like you could kind of respect it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. One that's coming to mind. The last new album I bought was Hotline TNT. This album I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, kind of sounds like a poppy My Bloody Valentine or indie rocky, like the Pixies meets My Bloody Valentine, I guess, or Dinosaur Jr. does.
The Pixies doing a tour with Modest Mouse.
Yeah.
Where is my mind?
With Cat Power too, right?
Yeah, one of them who like it's some girl band who toured with the Rolling Stones. I forget the name, but yeah, I guess they have a song called like In the Kitchen Doing Dishes or something. Something. That's totally wrong, but it's something that has to do with, if it was a Wheel of Fortune category, it'd be Around the House or something.
Oh, there's another album I got that I really like. It's by this artist named Kalela. I think that's how you say her name. Kalela.
And you got it, and you dig it.
Yeah. It's called Raven.
Is it on Wax?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it was on Warp, which is a good label. It's kind of like, yeah, like sort of glitchy, but like R&B.
Huh.
I really like that too. Yeah, it's really good.
Do you listen to that Bastisse guy or whatever his name is? That up and comer. He's been blessed by the Obama family. Little.
I'll say no.
Bastiat or something like that.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Huh.
Or soundtracks too. I listen to a lot of soundtracks. I guess that's what I should be saying.
I think the last soundtrack I bought was for the movie Friday.
That's awesome.
I'm in love with Mary Jane. She's my mainframe. You just bought a soundtrack from who's that? That movie.
Oh, what movie? I bought
Godzilla.
Oh, that's right. I did buy that soundtrack. It's yeah, it's pre-release. It's forthcoming. Yeah, but I did get the soundtrack to Poor Things, which is pretty fucking great.
And where are these pressings coming out of?
GZ Media has been pressing a shitload of them. They're out in they're like Czech Republic.
Huh. Isn't there only like two record making machines in the world.
Right? No, there's more. But
you remember reading about that? Like, there's nothing to be made.
Yeah, I remember
it's all
that.
Sacred.
I think they dusted off some machines and shit. I know this place called this site called Vinyl Me Please. They found a machine, I think, and they're going to start pressing their own records. There's a couple places in Germany. There's one called Palace. There's one called what the fuck's it called? There's another one called RTI somewhere in the States. And Third Man, and they press records. So like, plenty
out of Nashville. Jack White.
Yeah.
Who is that one that Ween was on with the lemon squeeze?
What are you talking about?
I don't even know. They had the lemon squeeze logo, and they were pressing Ween albums there for a while.
Oh, like reissues and shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I got all the OGs.
Huh. What's your most valuable wax record you got?
I'm gonna say it's either Nevermind or the sealed copy of Dark Side of the Moon that I have.
Holy shit. How much is that Nevermind? Nirvana?
It just keeps going up. Like last time I looked, it was at like $800 or something like that.
Really? That's it? I mean, that isn't that bad. I mean,
if you're just talking about like single record, I mean,
like it's a lot, but I mean, like $800 isn't that hard to come. Like it's attainable to a degree.
Yeah, I mean, I feel pretty weird paying $800 for a record, unless it was like the Beatles Put Your Cover or something like that.
I'm predicting gold is the next Bitcoin Beanie Baby.
What? Gold?
Yes.
I mean,
AUR.
I mean, the thing about gold is it's not like Bitcoin where it just suddenly can just disappear. Like gold has always been around. It's like an old.
I know, but it's starting to trend, and I don't know.
That's like saying money is trending. Like
I know, but money can get printed. I'm just calling it. I'm just calling it now. Just putting it out there. Gold is the next. Is going to be the next like Beanie Baby Bitcoin.
Yeah. Okay, so
Pappy bourbon. You know what I mean? It's gonna.
Okay, I'm sensing maybe we're setting like partitions in our program. I feel like so like we could start with just with chatter, then we can move on to like music, and then we can move on to maybe movies or TV shows, and then we can have Jake's financial advice.
Okay. No.
Lake's financial corner.
It's just a footnote. Then let's move on. Then we got to put a disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor. Okay, and then let's move on.
Come on, Jim Cramer. Let's hear some shit. Let's hear some tips about gold.
Oh, is that one guy?
Yeah, that's that guy. You got to get some noisemakers. Get your shit going.
Woo!
Woo! Honk honk. You're a fool if you don't buy gold.
And I'm out.
All right.
I don't know. No, I just wanted to put it in there because we're talking about valuables, and I think it's going to be valuable. But yeah.
I was thinking,
so you got some shit.
What?
What would you like if you were to sell all your shit? What would you?
Oof.
100?
I don't know. Like Discogs, you can see how much your collection's worth and shit, according to sales or whatever. And my median is at like 150 grand, which doesn't mean that it's worth that. It just.
Do you have a Discogs account where all of your shit is entered?
A lot. I have an account and a lot of it's entered. Yeah.
Huh.
I mean,
wow.
It's good to have that shit in there. Like, because I have renter's insurance, so if my place burns down again, I'll have like proof that I own all this shit. Because, the first time my house burned down, like 30 years ago, I lost a lot of shit, and it's like a catch-22. They're like, okay, well, what did how much would you estimate? And I'm like, well, I had all this stuff, and they're like, cool. Do you have receipts for that? And I'm like, well, no. If I did, they burned up. I literally own nothing. And they're like, well, you can't prove that you owned it because it burned up. The proof burned up. So, I think I got like $500 out of that one.
Do you know whose house burned up like 2 or 3 times over the course of like 5 years or whatever it was?
2 or 3 times.
It was like, yeah, Rick Rubin.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I'm like a degree of separation away from him, so I'm gonna ask about that.
Yeah, because he was on some interview and he just released that book. I don't know if you got it.
No. He's a little.
It's a great book. It's a good one.
He's a little
Yeah.
too spiritual for me. Well, maybe I'll just check it out anyway.
It's just kind of fun. But anyways, he was talking. He started talking like, yeah, and then my one house burned down, and then like that was like a few years ago, and then my other one burned down like 6. So like all I keep picturing when every time I think of him is like, because he's his recording studios and like just a fire hazard of electrical plug-in extension cords just everywhere, overwhelming everything, and all of his shit is just one blowing receiver recorder from sparking and burning up yet another house.
What the fuck? Guys, like isn't he a billionaire? Like, can't he afford like somebody to just make sure that shit doesn't happen?
Well, I don't think he's that kind of person. He's very hands-on, and he's very grounded. And
yeah, I don't know if he's.
Yeah, if you ever seen his house like in Malibu, it's like it is the most simple house ever. Like
yeah,
he's very minimal. But his home life I think is a little different. I don't know. He's had a couple houses burned down, and I just think it was very fascinating to like picture why, and just picturing all these extension cords of Rick Rubin, everything being plugged in like computers, amps.
I was thinking it was like candles and shit because he's
I don't know why they burned down. I just know that's what his house. He's had a couple of them burned down.
Damn.
Yeah.
So if you're recording with Rick Rubin, don't let him keep the tapes.
Yeah. That's funny.
Huh.
And he's a huge fan of wrestling.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, wrestling. Huh. I used to be a pretty big wrestling fan, and I went to.
Yeah, growing up, I did too. We were, yeah.
Yeah, it was the shit.
Big time. Well, they're all from Minnesota.
A lot of them. Yeah, who you got from Minnesota?
All of them.
Not all of them.
Rock and Roll Zumhoff. Jesse the Body Ventura.
There you go. Yeah.
I don't know. The Sheik.
Rest in peace.
Iron Claw or the Claw. Jake the Snake.
The Iron Claw's from Texas.
I don't know where they're all from. I just know a lot of them are from Minnesota.
Motherfucker.
What's that called? The current Liam. I don't even know. With the big sword on his chest.
Oh,
Lancer.
Oh, it's not coming to me.
Big guy. I mean, he was like the best University of Minnesota wrestler ever, and then he went over to WWF or whatever. It looks like it's all going to be shut down.
Yeah,
WWE.
That's what I read. Fuck. Yeah, Vince McMahon. He's not the nicest guy in the world.
Yeah, he had a good run.
He did. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh, when I was a kid, like wrestling was on Saturdays, and we'd watch World Class Championship Wrestling, which was coming out of like Texas, which is like where like Junkyard Dog started, and that's where the Von Erichs and Freebirds and Kamala and all that shit. King Kong Bundy.
Who were the 4x4 Bushwick Boys or whatever it was,
Bushwhack Boys, or what, Bushwhackers, you mean? Like
the Bushwhackers. They were I think they were the last great, this is awesome.
This is ridiculous.
Ridiculously awesome.
Yeah.
And then after that, I think it was great.
Yeah. So there was like that wrestling, which is like really, like you could tell it was like they didn't have a lot of money, and it was like there was always blood, and they always seemed to be kind of like fucked up. And then like after that was like WWF, which was kind of sanitized, and it was almost like Disney wrestling, and they had cartoons and shit. eventually.
Well, one of my friends, Tony Beasy, he him and his wife, his whole family, they are still in it. Like they watch wrestling and they go to all the super summer slams or whatever it is, the big ones.
Cool.
And they go to like the New Orleans Superdome. They went to LA. It is like they just love it.
Cool. Yeah.
And like I just talked to him like last week, and he was, yeah, I think he's gonna be listening. Yo, what up, Tony?
Hey.
But yeah, he's like, oh no, I can't do that tomorrow night. It's we got wrestling, and that's gonna be a big one. It's like, holy shit, that's kind of, I don't know. I think that's, you got to applaud it, right?
Yeah. It's funny. I was thinking about wrestling. Yeah, all earlier this week because I got They Live on Blu-ray. I got this fancy Blu-ray, and I was thinking about Roddy Piper, and yeah, how he was like. I kind of feel like he was the best. He was like the most fun wrestler when I was growing up.
He was.
Like he was like, you know, he was a bad guy, but like he was fucking hilarious.
And snap into a Slim Jim guy.
Yeah, Randy Macho Man. Yeah.
Yeah, he was. They all are. You know what I mean? Like fucking, you can't discount Ric Flair.
No.
Or some of those Andre the Giant stories, or like they all gave it their all.
Yeah.
To their death.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah, it's fucking rough. Yeah, I mean, you know, we have the dead wrestlers thread going. It's really sad.
I mean, a couple weeks ago, I tried to pop a wheelie to show my kid how awesome I was. I got a little cricket and like almost fell over, and like I thought my life was gonna end. You know what I mean? And these guys are like jumping off top ropes. It's just like, holy shit.
Yeah. I used to see it a lot when I was a kid. I met a lot of them. They were always super nice. Like, you know, like you'd be afraid to meet like a bad guy, but they were not bad when you met them at all. They're like super friendly. You know, you're just like, oh, what the hell? You know, really
when I was a little kid in Plainview, Minnesota, a bunch of them came to Plainview, Minnesota, and then afterwards, like Rock and Roll Zoomhoff, The Sheik, the Claw, like a lot of those guys, and Jesse the Body Ventura, and it's like there was a party or like after whatever at the country club or whatever it was, and my mom kind of helped, or my parents kind of helped a little bit, like facilitate, or, you know, bring them to town because they owned something electrical or whatever the heck it was. And my mom's like, yeah, you know, Rock and Roll Zoomhoff was doing drugs in the bathroom, so I wasn't impressed. You know, it was just like, holy shit, that's a pretty cool story. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, there was.
My mom got mad at Rock and Roll Zoomhoff for doing, you know, questionable things. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Well, there was like, I mean, when I was a kid, I remember when David Von Erich died.
1983 or 5.
Yeah,
4,
that would have been around then. Like David Von Erich dying, he died like in the same like couple weeks as Michael Jackson's hair catching on fire. And
oh snap, the Pepsi
ad, and like I just remember being like more affected by David Von Erich dying. And like,
yeah,
and it was real like shady, and it was like Bruiser Brody said some stuff about it, I feel like, and then Bruiser Brody died like pretty soon after. He got stabbed, and you know, like wrestling, I was like, wrestling's kind of fucked up. The older you get, the more you realize, like, wow, it's kind of fucked up, wrestling. You know,
yeah, they all died really too soon, right?
Yeah, I remember the day Adrian Adonis died. That was July 4th, 1988.
Huh.
So I fucking remember that. Yeah.
What up, Rain Man?
Yeah.
Definitely July 4th, 1988.
Oh, I remember it because I was seeing Kiss. I saw Kiss live that day.
Ooh.
Yeah. Live shows.
Yep. What a great run wrestling had. I think it's all crashing and burning as we speak.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you remember? Do you remember how old you were when you realized it wasn't real?
Well,
that the stories weren't real.
It's kind of like Santa Claus, right?
Yeah,
Where
it's a lot like that.
like you kind of figure it out. But I don't know about you, but like I was always taught, and even still today, like I believe in Santa Claus. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
because it's awesome. Because Santa Claus is awesome. It's like wrestling. That's real. And you really can't fake it. I mean, shit, if you're jumping off anything and landing anything, I don't know about you, but like,
oh,
I'd have to think twice about jumping off the fucking a coffee table. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
like
it's dicey.
The fucking pile driver, like that. Just like, how do you do that without fucking
the
getting
double
hurt?
elbow tap?
Yeah.
Fucking watch the fuck out. You're about to die.
Yeah.
You got to load it up with the double tap.
The suplex. That Jesus Christ, man, that's fucking scary.
You ever been taken down by a wrestler? Like, it just happens so quick, and it's like, stop, don't, fucking, you win.
No. I mean, in high school, there were a bunch of wrestlers.
Would you please release me out of the chicken wing?
The chicken wing. Just fucking your arm bar is fucking killing me. Yeah.
Arm bar.
Your arm bar. Yeah, I met wrestlers though. Jimmy Superfly Snuka is really nice.
Snuka the hookah.
Yeah. I met Big John Studd. He was fucking cool.
They call me Big John Studd. Middle name Mud.
But I remember when I started realizing that something was up was when Andy Kaufman started wrestling.
Yeah.
And even then, that seemed pretty like it was like real confusing. You know, it looked because then it was like
Andy Kaufman is confusing.
Yeah, but awesomely confusing. I think so.
Yeah.
No, maybe not your cup of tea. He's not the Chili Peppers.
He's like the Groundhog who needs to go back underground.
Well, he's dead.
Thank God.
Oh my God, you're
I'm just kidding.
Ooh. You know, a lot of people say you got a heart of gold, but I don't know, man. There's a little black lining in that.
A lot of more searching for that heart of gold, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Well, hey, we're past our quick 40 Friday.
All right.
Fish Fry Friday. Groundhog Day. Bandcamp Friday. Daft Punk number 16.
Yeah. Is that it?
That's it.
All right.
Pizza is Bond. Over and out. Cheers, man.
All right. See.
Have a nice weekend.
You too. See you next time.